Hello watcher and subscriber. In this today's tutorial we will see the simplest program of multi-threading. So for this getting the concept of multi-threading, it is ideal to use the 3-thread classes in the program. So here one by one we will take total 3 classes, though here it's a main class having the main method. So here I am going to add first thread in the program. Class A extends thread. So now you already aware how to create the thread. If you don't know, please see my previous tutorials. So this is my class A, which is extends from the thread. Then after that you have to use run method in the program. So this is my run method, and inside it we should put the code. So here I am writing thread A, and then I will take one loop because I want my thread should be busy for the longer time. So int I equals to 1, I less than equals to 10. So this is the simplest for loop, and inside it I will take one output statement, that is I equals to so friend, this is the simple thread which is showing the value of I from 1 to 10. Okay, so in this way you have to create more thread in the program. So here the class A coding, which is start from here and which is ends up to here. So I just copy this code, and here I will simply write B. So our code will be changing here, and here in place of I will use J iterator so that we can easily understand the output. So here I have done the changes in the program. One more time I will paste coding here, and our next thread will be C. So our changes will be done here, and here we will change, in place of I we will write K. So we just checking our each and every thread. This is the first thread showing the value of I from 1 to 10. This is the second thread, and this is the third thread. Now it's a time to run this thread. So here I have already taken friend class A. So in place of A I am just writing A1 here. Okay, so here also I am writing A1, that would be better. So here it's a B1, and our next class nothing but C1. Why I am doing these things? Because I have already taken here class A, which is the main class, so we cannot repeat the same name again. So here for starting the thread, as our classes are A1, A2 and A1, B1 and C1, so first we should create the object. Same procedure you do for the B1 and C1. So finally we have started the thread for creating object. By using this, thread will be in newborn state, and for executing run method you simply use a dot start method in the program. same b dot start method in the program. So these are all the methods which will execute our thread. Now it's the time to check the output. So here I maximize this. Now you can observe, friend, here thread A is starting as usual first, and then it is giving chance to thread C1 which is showing k equal to 1, then it is giving chance to B1 thread, and again it is going on in the B1 thread. After that it is going on C1, because in C1 we are showing k. Again it is switching on A1, then C1, then here finally B1 output is coming. So simultaneously all the threads are running. It is not completely showing one particular thread, and this output will be varied from one system to another. So suppose once again I run this program. If you run same program multiple time, then also your output will vary. So that is what multi-threading. Now you see in the second turn all the threads are coming one by one. In the previous one the output was quite different. Here now A1, C1, B1. Once again I will run. Now you see again different output is coming. So what you learn, the output will vary from one attempt to another attempt. So that is the important point in the thread. So this is the simplest way to use multi-threading in the program. So I hope, friend, you understood this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.